What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Q, aka the Wave Man, back at it like a... Y'all know the rest, man. Stop playing me, stop playing me, and stop playing me. Look, today, I have something really special for you guys. We are going versus a industry standard mastering company. We're talking about a mastering company that has mastered the likes of Cardi B, Beyonce, 24K Golden, MGK, and so much more, guys. First, one mastering plugin from Music Hack, which is Masterplan, the 1.5 version. Listen, you're gonna be surprised by how this turns out because I am truly surprised, and I'm not a huge fan of all-in-one plugins, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I put this on me. This plugin is amazing. Let's get right into it and compare a industry standard master versus a one plugin, all-in-one mastering plugin called Masterplan by Music Hacks. Let's get right to it. Now, before we get into this comparison, I just want to play you guys the mix of the actual song that we're actually using for the shootout, which comes from an artist named Sekou, amazing R&B artist, and the song is called On the Leaves. Music video out and all that, man. Let's get right into this. Bang, dang, dang. Let's peep it.
Feed them in the garden. This feels just like Eden, don't it? New fruit in the orchard. Snake charms you just like Eve, ain't it? Caught out in the pasture. You're naked behind those leaves, ain't you?
All right, so we kind of got a little taste of it. I don't want to play the whole song out because we're actually going to be kind of doing that in the actual shootout. So let's go ahead and listen to this comparison. Before you listen to the final result, which one you think is the master plan and which one you think is done by the mastering company, Sing Mastering. Let's get into it.
Feed them in the garden. This feels just like Eden, don't it? New fruit in the orchard. Snake charms you just like Eve, ain't it? Caught out in the pasture. You're naked behind those leaves, ain't you? Shameful crimes of passion. You kept me and watched me bleed on the leaves. On the leaves. Cut the hearts in the tree. Now only flowers but breathe. We lost much of that on the leaves. As I watched our love die on the leaves. Watched our love die. Watched our love die. Watched our love die on the leaves.
So you just heard the two examples. Now I want you guys to tell me down below in the description which one you think is the master plan and which one you think is done by the mastering engineer. Pause this video, comment there right now, and I'm going to tell you guys which one is which. So I guess it's time I tell you. So the Masterplan plugin was Master A and the mastering engineer was Master B. If you guessed it, great ears. Hey, for a lot of people, this is going to be indistinguishable. Now, it takes a very trained ear to even distinguish the differences between the two, but they are so minuscule, it's actually ridiculous, especially to be done in one plugin. I'm not even going to cap. This is crazy. Let's get into what I actually did to master this record, to get this sound in general. And like I said, this is an all-in-one plugin, and I can't vouch for this enough. Let's just get right into it, y'all. I got to show y'all. Let's get it. So as you can see right here, guys, the hood, the actual UI of this plugin is actually very simple and very straight to the point. All right, guys. So as you can see, these three knobs right here just control your lows, your mids, and your highs. All right, which is really dope. And compared to the Masterplan plugin before, I don't believe that we actually had this mid band frequency. And as you can see, we actually have a lot of different tones that we can create with this mid band, which is really dope and which came in real good handy for this actual artist because I'll play some parts in particular where we actually used this a lot to kind of take away from some of the nasal tones that came throughout the mix. And what we did to kind of combat that in this mastering phase, let's get right into it.
It wasn't supposed to be this way. Oh no. It wasn't supposed to be his way. So I lay here draining my veins, yeah, till I fall asleep. And you cry as you watch that love die.
Now, as you can see with the mid-band frequencies, we actually push this up to kind of bring some more presence in the vocal area. Now, I'll go ahead and just switch through these tones right here just so you can kind of hear the difference that this has on the vocal. Let's get into it.
Feed 'em in the garden. This feels just like Eden, don't it? New fruit in the orchard. Snake charms, you're just like Eve, ain't it? Caught out in the pasture. You're naked behind those leaves, ain't you? Shameful crimes of passion. You cut me and watch me bleed on the leaves.
So this tone that we chose, as you can hear, guys, it gives us that body in the vocal where it keeps our vocal very thick, but still cuts through the mix, which is really amazing and just amazingly done by this plugin. It's crazy. But just going over the overview, we actually have our loudness button right here, guys. It's very simple to get the levels that you're looking for. We already know the mastering chain can get crazy. Using clippers, trying to use limiters, and they made it really easy with this loudness button right here, guys. It gets you to that level. And I'm a guy who kind of likes to, especially when it comes to getting the loudness, I like to see visually what's going on. So shout out to Masterplan for adding this in Music Hacks, because this is very necessary. And moving on to the right, we have our wide stereo image. So this is going to give us that stereo image to get our songs to, basically kind of surround us and give us that good sound field, right? That sound field to give us just a bigger sounding record and getting that stereo image in general. I haven't had any phasing issues with this, and I'm very pleased with this. As we continue to go to the right, as you can see, we have a bunch of different references where we get the N10s, which is kind of like a reference of, basically mid-focused speakers. So any kind of like cheap mid-focused speakers where you're going to get a lot of those mid-range frequencies, this is kind of that reference for that. We have a phone reference. We have a band reference. We have, if you want to turn your songs into mono and mix your songs into this in mono, it gives you that. We have a dim. This is kind of like a whole monitor controller in a plugin to think about, just to have these features. But something I really want to just play for you guys real quick are the filters here, which are very amazing. Let's go ahead and listen to what these sound like.
Feed 'em in the garden. This feels just like Eden, don't it? New fruit in the orchard. Snake charms, you're just like Eve, ain't it? Caught out in the pasture. You're naked behind those leaves, ain't you? Shameful crimes of passion. You cut me and watch me bleed on the leaves. Kills me to think about you with him.
So as you can hear, these are great reference points to just reference your mix, reference your masters in general with all these different reference points. And as we move down, we have thick, which enables a saturation circuit, which just adds some saturation to kind of beef up your records, which we use, as you can see in this. We have our clean, which gets rid of some of that muddiness. We have our multi-band, which is really dope because we can kind of compress some of those frequency ranges to kind of tighten things up if we need to. We have a smooth, which is kind of like our SSL comp that we would throw on our entire mix bus. It's something similar to that where it kind of glues your record together. We have calm, which we use the calm specifically because this song with the vocals and with the top end, it just was a little bit harsh, not easy on the ears, and we wanted to give this a real natural warm tone. So we actually doubled down on it and we used the calm and we brought it up to about 77%, and we actually did it ×2, which adds more frequencies to this to actually calm it down and get that roundness in the top end. Now, then we have the tape button, which gives us kind of that analog sound to just tighten things up or make things more warm. Now, something that I really wanted to go into, guys, is the kind of behind the hood where you can do a lot of different things. You can change your UI. You can change it from black to your white faceplate. But something that I really wanted to point out, especially when it comes to the mastering side of things, is they do have oversampling, which really helps you with your alias distortion. So shout out to Masterplan for actually, I find that when a lot of other companies make mastering plugins, clippers, they don't even have oversampling, which is really important when it comes to real mastering. So big shout out to Masterplan. Amazing plugin, guys. I definitely recommend you guys go cop this if you want your workflow to be a lot faster, a lot more efficient. Just sounds good. Everything that you move in here sounds good. Something that's not confusing and straight to the point, guys. Masterplan. Round of applause. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, The Wave Man, and we out here, man. You already know what time it is, man. Dunzos. Yay!